Hey guys, it's me. So, trauma story time. It's one I've talked a little bit about before, but not fully. But I figure it would be time to talk a little bit about it today. A friend of mine posted something on Facebook. Which basically said, most people don't know the struggles of others until you can put yourself into their shoes. And a lot of it was talking about, well, I'll read you the post. It said, until your best friend at 16 years old texts you saying goodbye and you call the police to do a well check on them and the police barely save your friend, you won't understand. Until you walk in your bedroom and see your sister had cut herself because her heart was so broken, you won't understand. Until you see your own parent lose a parent to depression and struggle with depression themselves and pray they don't end their life, you will not understand. Until you lose your friend to suicide or find out kids you went to school with died by suicide, you won't understand. Until you've had to talk your friend out of killing themselves, you won't understand. Until you've been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, mood disorders, PSD, you will not understand. Until you've sat in your bed and cried alone for hours, planning the way to end your life, you will not understand. Until you've had to go to mental hospitals because you'd rather be dead than alive, you won't understand. Until you've had to talk yourself out of suicide, you will not understand. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. If you or someone you know struggles with a mental health disorder, please drop a heart below, blah, 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 blah. And if anyone is struggling and ever needs someone to talk to, even if I don't know you, please feel free to reach out to me. I've been there and I completely understand. I will stay awake all night to make sure you stay alive. And I'm the same. I'm there for everyone, including you. There's always ways to get a hold of me in one way or another. If I don't know you personally, you can always find me on YouTube. Comment down below. I'll reach out to you. You can find me on Facebook. Very easy to find me on Facebook, actually. But I wanted to share a little bit of the domino of trauma events that kind of happened. You know, I've talked about my brother mistreating me, but the reality is that he wasn't always in his right mind either. You see, when that post basically said, when you walk in on your sister who's cut herself, you wouldn't understand. I know. I understand. When I was 10 years old, he had made it home from school before I did. I guess he was sick and he stayed home or something. I cannot remember the full practicality of that. But I remember coming home from school, walking in, and needing to use the bathroom. Well, the bathroom was locked. And I guess guess he was in there because I knew he was home at the time, but he wasn't talking to me or answering me. So, of course, I call my parents, call my mother, because I couldn't reach my dad, obviously. And she wanted to speak to him, but he wouldn't respond. I finally broke down the door. Yes, 10-year-old me broke down a bathroom door. It's just a bathroom door. It's not fully metal encased and infused or whatever you want to call it. And there he was in the tub. Water was completely red. He had used a razor blade and slit his wrist. Not the long way, of course, sideways. So he was just, laying there, unconscious at the time. One hand hanging outside the tub, the other one inside the tub. And, I called 911 at that point. Obviously they came and got him while I was there. And of course he survived it, obviously, and then he went into a facility. I guess kind of that's the biggest thing me and him ended up having in common, is that now, for a very, very long time, very long time, he resented me for it. He hated me. That's probably why he did a lot of the things that he did to me. He hated the fact that he was alive, but wouldn't tell anybody why. We didn't know in my family how to express our feelings, thoughts in a healthy manner. I don't think we really ever did. I don't think we ever learned that, any of us, me or my two brothers. And it was really hard on us. It isn't until probably recently that I've been able to share more than what I've been able to share in my entire life. It's still difficult to understand the ideas of the domino effect that certain events in our life have that topple into other events, traumas. And it just kind of Rube Goldberg the entire machine around our life in just a never-ending sequence of, cause and effect. It's difficult when you try to also open up try that again. It is difficult to also open up about your traumas to people who have no understanding what it feels like. People only want to understand from their own point of view. And nobody wants to put themselves in your shoes. Nobody wants to understand you. Nobody wants to see that there is a reason for you acting that way that you are. You know, looking back at the life that I've led with my brother in this instance, you know, I never, as I said before, I never got to apologize or never got to forgive. I don't know why I say apologize, probably because I apologize for everything, but I never really got to forgive him when he passed away. And part of me still doesn't. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I don't hold him. I don't even think I really held him accountable for a lot of the spiraling out of control aspects of my life that happened. I don't think I really blame anybody but myself. There are many ways I could have changed everything, but I didn't know how. But I'm still learning. Still trying to come to terms with lots of things. What I want, what I deserve. You know, my hetero husband, he was kind enough today to tell me something really nice. Let me see. Basically, I had reached out because I didn't feel like I had anybody that I could put as my emergency contact. The last one I'd put was Love. So I'd always put her as my emergency contact because I wanted her to be my emergency contact for, you know, the last time. But I'd reached out because I went to go get new glasses, get my eyes done and stuff like that. And so I just made a common joke on Facebook. And so he said that he would be my emergency contact. And I was like, okay, cool, you know. And I told him, I was like, awesome, you are amazing as always. And he goes, thank you, sir, but you're amazing as well, and push me to be better. People could learn a thing or two from your kindness, which makes me very happy. And I said, if that is the mark I leave on the world, I say a life well vested. Because it's true. It's very true. I try to live my life through kindness. It's the best way to be. He said, fully vested in making a difference. And I said, hopefully making a difference. I don't hold any expectations. I said, but I love you though. Because I tell my friends and everybody that I do love them completely. I mean, just look at the last video. I love you too. And I will continue saying it for as long as you want to hear it. And he goes, okay, I feel like you have an amazing impact on lots of people, whether they tell you or not. Honestly, since the end of last year, I decided to be better and do more for people, whether it's words, physical help, or anything in between. It's like, and you were motivation in that decision as well. It's like, I've accomplished so much in just 8 months. Helped at least 40 or so people, and it feels good. It makes me want to do more. And it makes me proud, not only of him, but it makes me proud of myself. After dealing with the overwhelming trauma and burden that I sometimes find myself, and yet I still try and strive to do my best, to do what's right. That's like at my last therapy appointment, I told my therapist that Love had messaged me because she had a sore throat while she was at work. She wanted to know how to fix it. Me being me, I told her I'd bring her some cough drops and other things. So I did. And, he questioned that. He wanted to know, like, why would you do that? And I tried to explain to him that I wouldn't do that just for her. I would do that for anyone. I mean, yeah, there are lots of things I would do just for her. But my kindness doesn't stop with the people that are in my mind and in my heart all the time. And the problem was that I had to explain to him, trying to explain to that wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy either, because like it seems unfathomable to be kind all the time, I guess, to some people. Even him didn't understand that. But just the session prior to that, I paid for somebody else's session because they didn't have enough money when they came in, and I didn't expect a reward or anything. I didn't expect them to tell anybody that it was me. I didn't expect any sort of feedback. It was just a lady came in. She asked if she could pay later, but she didn't have money now, and I just kind of waved at the clerk behind her back and told her to put it on my tab. And that was it. And I guess it created like a big hullabaloo over there, and I don't understand that. I mean, like I always try to do stuff for people out of just the kindness of my heart. But sometimes it takes knowing the trauma that you've been to realize what you can do to be better for not just yourself but for others. So I have to also be proud of myself. And I'm really trying to be there. I'm really trying to be there. Thanks for sharing this moment with me. Thanks for being here, not just watching me, but in this earth. You are loved more than you can possibly understand. And you are wanted here. Pay it forward. Be kind. I'm proud of you, and I believe in you.